कहीं से ट्राई नहीं कर रहा, जाता तो सीधा उसके मुंह पे जाता। और इधर से अकेले अकेले निकल जाता, तो सब उसके मारने जा रहा है।
उसके बाद वो नीट मुझे दिखाने के लिए एलबीएससी कुछ किया कि भाई ऐसे हो जाए, तो वो उसके सामने बाढ़ वो ये बात था स्माइल वाला, ये ग्रेट स्माइल वाला सब, और खालिश ओ भाई क्या पड़ा है कॉर्नर में विलेज के ज्यादा सब कुछ है ना कैरी हो रहा था, सब कुछ और खिला के
तभी क्या खेलेगा। जा देख और पता पड़ेगा। नहीं नहीं चल रही है, नहीं चिपक रही। तो मतलब क्या मैं खेल ही नहीं पाऊंगा चिपक रही तो। दर्शन हाँ इन्हें ना पड़ दे क्या मैं रैंक रंगवाना। सच बोल रहे उसको कि हम लोग रैंक खेल रहे हैं आर्मी के।
Versus T1, and today we'll be joined by Subin Yun, Pittori, and Lyra. And this is Jason with the translation. The biggest match of the week coming in, and Daman was able to pick up a win in game number 1. And the first week coming out from Daman Gaming was Lilia. Lilia is having a huge success here in the LCK. And after several patches, well, I guess someone decided that Lilia is on top of the tier list. Lilia is not good at ganking or 1v1 in the lower level stage, however, he's really good at farming. This power farmer is able to turn the game around with the later game power spike. And Ezreal and Leona was a pick coming onto the bottom lane too, at more power for Daman's teamfight. Kha'Zix and Ashe coming out from T1 was not as strong enough in order to stop Camille and Twisted Fate coming onto the side lanes. Maybe T1's plan was first picking Ashe and playing around the bottom side. However, Kha'Zix cannot close the gap between the jungling speed with Lilia. So Kha'Zix did not have any special characteristic in this game, and Camille and Twisted Fate was able to hit their power spike in the middle of the game. The biggest point of this game was Lilia going in for the counter jungling and losing his flash. However, Kha'Zix was also forced to take the dash skill in the very lower level. In the end, Camille, Twisted Fate, and Lilia was able to pick up so many kills and points on the top side of the map, and T1 was not able to have the game they wanted. And we have this a huge team fight coming in to solidify a very favorite spot over to Daman Gaming. T1 have a very nice comp that kind of prefers to group up, and Nuguri is looking for a flank in that rush. And Lilia, right before he got stunned, he casted his E towards Ashe and Kha'Zix, and he was able to put two of the T1 players to sleep. And as Camille was trying to dash onto Ashe, Wakana saved him with his ultimate. However, Showmaker was really smart with his move. He took a detour to the right-hand side of the Dragon's Pit, and he was able to finish up all the players with a low HP. For this game, or this situation specifically, well, three of the T1 players had 10k gold in their pockets, so Daman Gaming was definitely having a slight edge for this teamfight, but at the same time, Daman's maneuver with their ability was on another level. Later on, T1 was looking for a setup to bait Nuguri to turn the game around, but however, Damwon read them like a book. Kha'Zix cleared out this vision over here and then moved to the blue buff camp. So Damwon Gaming had this information. So Nuguri, because he knew that Kha'Zix was rotating to the right hand side of the map, he was being super cautious, and it was too obvious that T1 was looking for some setup to kind of turn the tide around. It was a very clean team performance coming out from Damwon Gaming. And as Teddy was answering to the wave shoving onto the mid lane, the rest of the Damwon Gaming players were rotating to the bottom lane because they knew that someone was hiding in that brush, and Kha'Zix put his head out for 1 second, and then Showmaker, as we heard in the mic check, he made a call that Kha'Zix is hiding in that brush, so the rest of the players were chasing him right after they got all the information they needed.
Good to know.
Nuguri and the remaining Damwon Gaming players did not let T1 to have the play they planned, and they were able to solidify their lead in this game with that play. Now it's time to check out the player of the game. For game number 1, Showmaker 6-0-10 didn't die once in this game, so we're gonna see even higher KDA coming out from Showmaker. Unlike the other games that Kenyon played, he was not able to make early game kills. However, Kenyon was also super powerful in this kind of scaling champion, and also the solo laners from Damwon Gaming, they were having so much control on the side lanes. Mordekaiser Silas was a counter into the Damwon Gaming slump. However, they were not able to stop them with the counter champions. At the same time, because they were too focused on picking the counter champions, well, the 5 champions on the side of T1 did not have a strong synergy. And Lilia versus Kha'Zix, some of the jungle picks that we had in the very early phase of the pick and bans, well, Damwon Gaming, they definitely get the edge over just by picking a better champion. Showmaker gaining fast on EDD with the POG standings, and we have maybe 3 more games or 4 more games coming in for Damwon Gaming, so maybe there's a chance for him to come out on top. T1 has to kind of find the better focal point preparing for this Damwon Gaming series, because we still got more games left up against them. Showmaker picked up a unanimous vote here in game number 1, so now let's move on to game number 2.
Thank you, Ji-sun, as always, for the wonderful translation of the analyst desk. As some of those analysts there, they were saying how they were not a big fan, actually, of T1's draft that time around. Thought that they were trying too hard to counter, didn't really pay attention to their team composition and its synergy together. And that alongside of the way the early game went and Showmaker's dominance once again means that Damwon take game number 1. And notice how Closer is staying in. They're not going to take him out after game 1.
Yeah, and very surprising. I think that if there was going to be an important match where maybe Faker would come in, it would be now. But I guess